Hi everybody, and welcome to our journey towards the Camino de Santiago. Hopefully tomorrow we'll reach Santiago de Compostela. Today, on our way, we have stopped in the beautiful little village of Ponferrada. Ponferrada is just 63,000 people living in here, and it's famous because of, let me turn the camera around, because of this incredible castle. It is the Knight Templars castle. So today I want to share with you a little bit about the history of the Knight Templars and what's about this place. The thing is that this the village of Ponferrada, we know it started by the year 1082 when the king of Leon, Alfonso VI, and the bishop from here, Osmundo, they decided to, we are in the Camino de Santiago, there is a river called Sil, S-I-L, in here, and they decided to construct a bridge, okay? The thing is that that bridge was later reinforced with iron, and that's a big truck passing by me. And that iron bridge, it couldn't be the origin of the word Ponferrada, Ponteferro, iron bridge. Also, some people say that it could come from the word Ponteferrata, that means the bridge, the fortified bridge. Anyway, there's a bridge constructed for the pilgrims in the Camino de Santiago, okay? So that's the origin of the village of Ponferrada. So the thing is that in the year 1200, the king Alfonso IX gave the village of Ponferrada to the Knight Templars, okay? The first master that came here, his name was Guido de Garda, and he was the one in charge of all of this area. Hola Catherine, hola Maider, how are you doing? Hola! So good to see you here. I didn't know if there was gonna be anybody watching at this time. So anyway, this incredible castle, this fortification, was a Knights Templar fortification. About the Templars. Okay, the Templars, they started in the year 1118, right after the first crusade, okay? They were crusaders, and there's one sentence that is in Latin, which means, it reads, Pauperus commilitatem Christus Templice Salomonici, which means the order of Christ's poor knights of the Solomon's Temple. That Solomon's Temple are the ones that gives the name to the Templars, okay? So the thing is that the Knight Templars, they were, armed forces or religious orders that could use weapons in order to defend the most important pilgrimages in Catholicism. You have to think that the three most important pilgrimages that we have here, the three of them have to do with the three most important pilgrimages that we have in Christianity, which is the places where we have apostles of Jesus Christ being buried. We have them in Jerusalem, we have them at the Vatican, in Rome, and we have them in Santiago de Compostela. Okay, so the Knight Templars, what they did is they protected, or that was the origin, they protected these three huge pilgrimages. Cracking day for a cracking tour, yay! Hola Susan. So that was the origin of the Knight Templars. They were here to protect the pilgrims, just to make sure that this is a Templars place. Here we have the T of the Templars, which what we're missing, it is to make the cross of the Templars is the top part. Okay, so really this is a Knights Templar castle, okay, of fortification. In fact, it is the best preserved Knight Templars fortification in Spain. Okay, so that's a very important thing, because everybody who's interested in Knight Templars, this is the place to come and visit. So let's continue with the Knight Templars. The thing is that there was a moment that there were over 20,000 Knight Templars, but only at 10% they were knights. The rest, they were servants. And here, one of the things that we need to keep in mind, it's that, by the way, here's going to be a kind of a windy day, so we'll see if I can hide somewhere. So, the thing is that one of the important things that the Knight Templars did, it is that they were very good with money, okay? And this was a moment when Christianity needed a lot of money to go to the Crusades. So they lended a lot of money. In fact, the Knight Templars, they are considered to be the first bankers in the world, okay? But that's helping the Christian crowns in Europe to be Christian and go to the Crusades, and that was also their tradition. Why? Well, let me, you don't want to see me, you might as well see this beautiful place around here. The thing is that all the way to the beginning of the 14th century, they were lending all of this money, and one of the people that the King of France goes to Holy Land, he's captured, and to buy his freedom, what he needs to do is he needs to ask the Templars for a lot of money, for his ransom, for his freedom. So what's the deal? I think is that his son, later, Philip IV of France, who, by the way, was married to a queen of Navarra, Juana de Navarra. A very important thing, because at that moment, my homeland, Navarra, was an independent kingdom, okay? Good to keep in mind as the story goes on. So what's the deal? The thing is that Philip IV of France, he owes so much money to the Knight Templars, he cannot pay it. So he is the one who decides to create a plan. And what does he do? He convinces the Pope Clemens V that the Knight Templars, they were not good people, they were not being respectful with Christianity, on and on and on. And then it's when the right hand of the king, his minister, his name was Guillaume de Naguret, what he did is he looked for what the Knight Templars were doing wrong. And one of the things that the Knight Templars, I don't think they were doing wrong, but all the rituals that the Knight Templars needed to do in order to become Knight Templars, they were a little bit hidden. And that was the perfect excuse to accuse them of sorcerers, witches and warlocks and all of that. That was the excuse. To top all of that, and this is where it gets tricky, they accused them to have sexual relationship with girls, okay? Well, men and women, okay? And this is a moment when the king was not very happy, because the king knew that his wife, Juana from Navarra, was having an affair with one of those Knight Templars. So it's about money, it's about jealousy, it's about everything. I love history, as you know, and because there's so much going on at the same time. It's not like, okay, how come the Knight Templars, they ended? Well, they ended because they were too powerful. And one of them was having an affair with the queen. Not a clever thing. So at the end, the Pope, Clement V, decided to put them through the tribunals of the Holy Inquisition. By the way, Guillaume de Naguret, the right hand of the king, he was one of the judges of the Knight Templars, of the Holy Inquisition in France. So it was kind of easy to do it. So the big maester of the Knight Templars, Jacques de Molay, he was captured, he was tortured for 3 years, and in the year 1312 is the end of the Knight Templars. The thing is that when he was going to die, he put a curse, Jacques de Molay, to all the people who were killing him or had anything to do with his death. And he said, whenever I die, in less than a year after I die, the people that has taken place or has done something against me and the Knight Templars will die in horrible deaths. And so they did. The king and the Pope died in strange deaths less than a year after Jacques de Molay's death. The thing is that the day Jacques de Molay put this course on them, it was a Friday the 13th, and that is why Fridays the 13th are like a course day, so, you know, the bad day. So it makes sense, and it has to do with where we are today, a Knight Templars place. Okay, so that's one of the things I want to share with you today. What else? Well, here it is a huge defensive castle. As you can see, we have cannonballs, and one of the things that a lot of people are shocked is that cannonballs, or well, these are not cannonballs, these are from the catapults, but most of them, they were made of stones. Everything's iron, that's much later. Okay, so really the gunpowder didn't arrive to Europe until the 1500s. So this is previous to all of that, so really no way to have all of that. Let me take you all the way up here, because up here you will understand why this castle was constructed here. Okay, because the views that you get are breathtaking if the camera wants to turn around. Hola, William, what are you doing 3:30 in the morning in California? Buenos dias. Really tough time across Europe. The French king also wanted to name head of the Order of France with power of money. It was a few cent around Scotland. Yes, Templars. Yes, okay. Ooh, that's a good one, Susan. Okay, so take a look at these impressive mountains. This is the Bierzo area, okay? And let's go to the other side. And so from here, it is an amazing defensive place. Okay, well, defensive, as you can see, is like, whoa! Oh, Laline Hollies. It's a beautiful day. It's about to start raining like crazy, but you see all the mountains everywhere behind those huge clouds. This was an incredible viewpoint. And here, what we have is the river Sil, okay, S-I-L. And it is said that that is the bridge that gives the name to the city, but we're not quite sure about that one, so might as well not put too much. So what's the deal? Here, Susan, by the way, she's Scottish, she's a great friend, another guide, Susan Brown. Follow her here on Facebook, she has an amazing content. The thing is that when the Knight Templars ended, it was a huge thing, because what did they do? Where did they go? Well, remember the Queen Juana, who was having an affair with one of the Knight Templars? She's the one that protected them. And the thing is that she told them, okay, whoever can escape, come to the kingdom of Navarra. There you will, is my kingdom, they cannot touch you. And in Navarra is where they spread around the world. They went to England. By the way, the crown of Navarra was very linked to the crown of England. For example, Richard Lionheart was married to Verengel of Navarre. And in fact, the private guards of Richard Lionheart, they were Knight Templars. So everything is interlocked. If you go to Scotland, you're going to go to the Rosalind Chapel in Edinburgh. And there, in the Rosalind Chapel, is where it is said that is the Holy Grail and the whole thing. It's the Da Vinci Code, all of that has to do. Okay, so I love the Knight Templars. It's, I think, one of those crazy parts of history that I love and admire. And one of the places is to come over here to Ponferrada. As you know, all of this tour that we're doing this weekend, it's because we are going over and confirming all the things for our future tour that is going to take place in June. It's going to start in June 19th. We're going to have a Camino de Santiago tour, and another that is going to start in August 28th. So if you want to join either of those tours, send me a message. I'll give you all the information. One of the things that we're doing right now, it's we're confirming prices, because with all of this, we had a price set that I think we're going to be able to lower it down. So keep an eye on that. And everybody, have a wonderful day. Hopefully you have learned a little bit about the history of the Knight Templars, and you've seen this beautiful castle, which is the castle of Ponferrada, that we will visit. I want you to come on my tour, Suzanne. So take a look at this beautiful fortification from the 1200s. I think it is such a beautiful place. Can you imagine here all the Knight Templars training and I love it. Anyway, my friends, have a wonderful Friday. Hasta luego. I'll see you later.